In the Africa at Risk report, we highlight 4 key risks for the region, which are food security, political instability, economic shocks, and climate change. And all of them are actually very interconnected.
Gareth, tell me a little bit more about the food security.
Sure. As Irene was saying, these 4 risks do not manifest in isolation. The drivers, the triggers, the potential consequences are incredibly interlinked. So food security is a great example. It's one of the biggest challenges facing Africa right now, and also one of the most interconnected risks, connected with geopolitical stability, which we are now seeing on the ground. It's connected with economic shocks, very much connected with acute water shortages, and of course climate change more broadly will make a big impact on where the food crisis will go from here.
And what about the other risks? Can you tell me a bit more about those?
Well, economic shocks and political instability are actually quite related as well. Much of the growth that Africa has been experiencing in the last years, it has been due to the commodity boom. But right now, a bit more of a structural reforms are needed in order to make institutions stronger and ready to perform very well in the coming years.
And what does the report suggest for the future of the continent as a whole?
Well, overall, we find that Africa is really sitting at an inflection point, if you like. The prospect of sustaining the 5% growth that we've seen over the last couple of years is eminently achievable, but these 4 risks are acting as a big handbrake on that growth, and potentially even worse, acting to regress the continent back to where it was. So we find that collective action is required across all of the 4 areas, and in particular, the bottom line is that ring fencing, putting these different problems into different buckets, is no longer a viable option.